So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of try and follow roughly the body, the shape of the body of this, the kind of main body of the car. I think I'll use the pen tool to do this. So I'm going to click and drag. Using the space button modifier here, so I can move that control point a little. So all I've really done there is use the pen tool, click and drag, sometimes use the space key modifier if I put my control point in the wrong place. And now I'm just going to use the magnifying glass to zoom in and have a closer look. And I'm going to use the white arrow subselection tool to have a look and see how things went. On the whole, I'm pretty happy with that. Not too keen on this, so I might just tweak those control points. Really don't like this. It's a little harsh. I'm just nudging this with my keyboard. I'm nudging it right with my cursor keys. And nudging this left. So it's not the greatest line I've ever made, but that will do. Just go back to 100%. I might I'm double clicking the line to set the stroke or the path, the line, the outline, and I'm going to change the colour to something I like to use something pretty ugly and glary that shows up. And I'm going to draw a straight line right down the centre here. Now, if you press the Shift key, this will help you draw a straight line. And we won't be able to see it because of this guideline. Just drag that off. Now I can chop, click here and chop this off. Click here to chop that off. Click here to chop that bit off, and click here. So we're only interested in drawing half the car, and I'm pretty happy with that. And now we're gonna double click it, modify, convert to symbol, and call this shell half. So if I drag over my library here, we've got the picture and we've got shell half. Now, if you're new to Flash, you might not, this is probably something I should explain here. Before we did that, there was this path on layer 2 which we could edit. Now we can't edit anymore because it's a self-contained movie clip within our document. So I need to double click, and you'll see here we're in scene 1 and we're inside the shell half. I'll just put a fill in, like what do we say it's going to be blue? So I just clicked on this fill color, clicked the blue, selected the, is it paint bucket tool? Yeah, paint bucket tool, clicked inside, and we fill this with blue because it's going to be a blue car. We go back to scene 1. So when we click on it, we see this outline here, and this shows that this is this movie clip. Now I'm going to press Control C, or I can right click and press copy, or I can go edit, copy, and I can either press Control Shift V to paste in place, or I can say paste in place. So visually nothing's changed, but it's actually copied that movie clip on top of itself. I just press Control Z to move that back, and then I can say edit, modify, transform, flip, vertical, which kind of does a mirror image. I'm moving it down with my keyboard now. So this is now the other half of the car. So we've got an instance of the shell half movie clip, and we've got another instance of it just down here flipped in half. So we only really have to draw half the car. Just to show you that, I'm going to double click here, and let's say we change this shape here, and clicked out again. You can see it's doing it to both. So Control Z to get rid of that. So this is probably a time to recap. We've gone through how to come up with your reference image, import it into Flash, set up your document to be the right size. We've talked about the pen tool and the control points and basic drawing. And we've drawn half the car, and because the car is symmetrical, we've just duplicated, we've converted half the car into a movie clip and duplicated it, flipped it over, so we only really have to draw, we'll only ever be drawing half of the car. So to move on, we're going to double click, so we're now not in the main document, scene 1, we're inside shell half, and I'm going to remove that. I've clicked on the fill and pressed delete because we need to see what's underneath.